Everyone, today's verse comes from Titus 2 verses 11 and 12, which says, "For the grace of God has appeared, bringing salvation for all people, training us to renounce ungodliness and worldly passions, and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives in the present age." So Paul is writing this letter to Titus, who is his fellow worker. In chapter 2 starts talking about sound doctrine and teaching sound doctrine and living by sound doctrine. And so verses 1 to 10 of chapter 2 is all about that. And then when we get to verse 11, it kind of switches to talking about grace. And so here he talks about how saving grace, how grace saves us. It's not by any works or anything, but it's the grace of God that saves people, and it's to all people. It's not just one group of people or another group of people. I have grace, you have grace, and we all have grace that saves us. Whether we choose to accept it is our own decision. So grace saves us, but if we want to be saved. And then he goes into training us to renounce ungodliness and worldly passions, and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives in the present age. So the saving grace that doesn't just save us, it should compel us to stay away from these worldly passions and ungodliness and the things that are of sin and of the devil, and we should stay away from that. The saving grace should compel us to stay away from that, and instead compel us to live self-controlled, godly lives where we are just seeking Christ, and we are seeking his ways and to follow in his ways. So that's what this verse is talking about. That's what these verses are talking about. It's this saving grace is for all people, and it compels us to live lives for God and not lives of the world. Have a wonderful day, guys. Jesus loves you all so much.